Yo, 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 this is RTM, aka Russell the Muscle.
This is Chris, CPT Productions.
And we are RTM Productions.
Yep, that's right.
So, today we're talking about the MCU compared to the DCEU.
Yeah, which one sucks, which one doesn't.
Yeah, I gotta go with the MCU for that one, buddy. MCU is way better than the DCEU.
Yeah, sure, yeah. No, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Even though you're a jackass, you gotta agree with everything I say.
No.
Yes.
The Dark Knight trilogy is the best trilogy of all time.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I can actually agree with that. I really did enjoy the Dark Knight series. I wish the original Batman was the DCEU's Batman.
Same.
Like he was fantastic. The Joker in that movie was fantastic also. Unfortunately he went a little bonkers after that role.
Oh, no, he died before the movie even came out, dude. Show Heath Ledger some goddamn respect.
I'm sorry.
Oh, you're sorry. Fuck you.
When?
No, not like no. Dude, no, stop. Just chill. Chill. Dude, just calm down.
Yeah, the MCU
Jesus.
movies are way better than the DCEU movies. Like, I mean, you take the MCU's greatest movie, Endgame, and you take so far the DCEU's well, the top movie, not greatest, but the top movie, Justice League. No comparison.
No, absolutely not. But we're not here just to talk about what our opinions on the matter.
That's true.
We're also here to talk about the crazy bullshit that's been happening through for like the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Like Robert Pattinson as a new Batman, SpiderMan splitting up from the MCU.
Yeah. That's so fucking annoying. I mean, there's so much shit that Spider-Man has that is compared with the MCU, and now they just split off. They're not together anymore.
Seriously. Like, and the worst part of all of this is, like, it doesn't stop. Like, the news just doesn't stop. The MCU TV shows are no longer canon.
Yeah.
Everything. Like, it's insane.
I know. It's annoying, but I was hoping, because originally when it wasn't official, the split off, I was hoping that everything would end up being fixed and that wasn't going to actually happen. But unfortunately, I mean, I guess shit happens and now Spider-Man's no longer going to be with the MCU.
Yeah, when you think that the ending of Endgame is the saddest thing in the MCU, and then that pops in the news.
I know, exactly. I mean, my question is, who's going to actually lead the Avengers?
I don't know.
Iron Man's gone, Captain America's gone,
let's take
Spider-Man.
Let's just take a count. So we have Falcon.
Yeah.
We have Professor Hulk still. He's not dead.
Thor's
gone. He's with the Guardians
of the
Galaxy.
Yeah, he's with the Guardians of the Galaxy, technically, but you know they're going to still be in the movies.
He's probably going to leave, though, after Thor, Love and Thunder.
Okay, well, we also have Winter Soldier. I thought he's going to lead the Avengers.
Oh, you never know.
Right now, on who's currently left, my money's got to be on Falcon, since he's now going to be taking the role of Captain America.
Well, yeah. Like, I find that Falcon is the best candidate. He was the closest to Cap, well, besides Bucky.
Yeah.
But, like, other than that, like, it's different.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, what about, like, the new movies coming out? Could you see any of the newer heroes that are entering the MCU possibly leading the Avengers?
Definitely not Blade. Blade is a vampire. Half vampire, half human, who literally works on his own. The only time he works with the Avengers is if, like, a catastrophic villain comes around and gonna kill everybody. It's just like Thanos.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you also got the Fantastic Four, the X-Men, one of the X-Men maybe. I mean, personally speaking, I feel like that's too many heroes in one big film. I feel like they shouldn't bring the whole X-Men into the MCU also. I feel like it should just be like a couple of the big names.
Then what's with like the Xavier's house of special youngsters? Like that whole place is filled with superheroes.
Yeah, I know.
Like it's not just gonna be a few people.
Yeah, I know. But I mean, they could have made it where like the big names like Wolverine, Cyclops, stuff like that are actually fully in it. But I mean, who knows? It's not going to even happen until like 2021, 2022.
Well, even with that, like they're gonna bring on on so many different storylines that the Marvel Comics had. Like, Secret Wars could possibly be part of it.
Well, it definitely
Chris
is.
Evans.
Secret Wars is already official.
Really?
Yeah, it's after X-Men and Fantastic Four and all of them. It's in, I think it's 2022. It was already on the timeline.
Really?
Yep.
And how? Okay.
They
might have to bring Chris Evans back for that then, because that was one of the big parts of like Secret Wars, like the new one.
Yeah,
was like
Secret Wars. Honestly, the big names in Secret Wars, even in like the comics, were always Spider-Man, Iron Man, Captain America. They're all gone.
But then again, it is coming in 2022.
Yeah,
and
you never know what could happen.
Talks might come back with Sony. Chris Evans might step back in and have like a comic book revelation going, oh, I'm young again. I don't know how, but I am.
Yeah, that's true. You never know what could happen with the MCU. But I mean, switching shifts, we should probably mention the DCEU a little bit more.
You mean the catastrophic failure that is the DCEU?
Their problem is they rushed the movies.
Yeah.
Look at the MCU. They took their time and they built it. Endgame didn't come out for like, what, 10 years?
Well, they started off with like a big bang, too, with Marvel did, with Iron Man. Like, that was a great film.
Yeah.
But when you start off with Superman and you're trying to go for a gritty, harsh, like sad remake of like America's favorite superhero.
Yeah.
And then like after that, there's nothing else. Then they try to be funny with Justice League, and that just bitters the tone with like Batman versus Superman and Man of Steel. Like, you can't have that.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it's stupid. Sorry,
No, you're good. I got you. I mean, if they slowed down and they started taking the time and really didn't rush things and they worked on it a little bit, maybe they can make it entertaining. I mean, if you think about it, the only 3 DCEU movies that were from decent to really good was Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Shazam. That's it.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. They were all good movies for one reason. They didn't take themselves that seriously.
Yeah.
Like, the problem with the DCEU, I find, is they take themselves too damn seriously.
Exactly.
Like, it's stupid. Like, oh, well, I'm Batman, and I'm gonna kill a few people now because I'm hardened because of some stuff that's happened.
I mean, I really wish that, like, because then you look at, like, older movies, like The Dark Knight, like, really, it was wonderful. They were a wonderful trilogy. It was a wonderful trilogy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they go to this shit that is more recent.
Like, it's sad. It's like, you see what the DCEU could be with the Dark Knight trilogy.
Exactly.
Then again, it's a whole different entity, and it's separate. Like, it's different.
Yeah.
But, like, you take that tone, because Batman is a serious character. I'm just gonna let you know right now. Batman overall, Marvel, DC, Batman is my favorite character. Only for one reason.
Okay.
He is badass enough that he doesn't need a suit full of iron as Iron Man, or he doesn't have any superpowers.
I do love Batman. He's definitely my favorite DC superhero and definitely in my tops for all superheroes. My favorite superheroes when the movies started became Iron Man.
Well,
I thought he was fucking fantastic. Him and Wolverine. Hugh Jackman was the greatest, one of the greatest superhero actors. I swear, he was wonderful. It was really sad when he no longer wanted to be Hugh Jackman and retired out of it.
Yeah, it's sad that Hugh Jackman didn't want to be Hugh Jackman anymore. And
wait.
I can't believe that now he adopted the name
he didn't want to be
Wolverine.
He didn't want to be Wolverine. You know what I meant.
No, Hugh Jackman didn't want to be Hugh Jackman anymore. Let's just get that straight out of the bat.
All right, shut your mouth. Moving on. But my favorite superhero as a kid growing up, before the movies came out, was at one point Spider-Man. He always he's everyone's favorite hero.
The Sam Raimi trilogy.
Yeah.
Like, even though the third one was kind of like screwy, it was a great trilogy.
Yeah.
I loved it. Like, Tobey Maguire did a great job.
I think he was great if you like more action. Here's the thing. If you notice, Tobey Maguire, his movies was more action. You had Andrew Garfield, his movies were more comedy. Then Tom Holland, his movies are both.
Both, yeah, a little bit of both.
So I like, that's why I like the newest Spider-Man, because I think he's fantastic, doing a great job.
Well, I find that Sam Raimi, that trilogy was more story.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, with the Amazing Spider-Man movies, yeah, they had story in this, but they try to be funny, lighthearted. Where they kind of did that for the Sam Raimi trilogy, but they didn't hit it on the head. Like, I don't feel like it was the people who were going like, oh, the Sam Raimi trilogy was better, was what killed it. What killed it was that it didn't have that good feel to it.
No,
but with
I got you.
the Tom Holland and MCU Spider-Man, they hit that on the head.
Yeah.
Like, they had a little bit of both. They had the humor.
It was great, and a lot of action, and I enjoyed it. I agree. Here's me. I thought the Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, was actually pretty good, but then the second one, that one I didn't like.
See, this is where I'm gonna object with you. I did not like the Amazing Spider-Man movies at all.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of the first one. Like, yeah, it was entertaining. It was something different. We haven't seen Spider-Man for a long time, but it wasn't. It was missing something.
Like, I thought it was pretty good, but when I watch a Spider-Man movie, I'm not gonna choose that one. Like I think it was good in my opinion, but if I'm gonna watch a Spider-Man movie, I'm gonna watch either Tobey Maguire's or Tom Holland's, because I thought I wasn't like a big fan of Andrew Garfield's. The best Spider-Man movies made so far, in my opinion, had to have been either Spider-Man 2 from Tobey Maguire, or the most recent Far From Home. I thought they did a great job with that movie.
Yeah, that, like, I feel like the Spider-Man from the MCU jumped from the comics into film.
Yeah.
Like, that's what it felt like to me when I first watched it.
Exactly.
And that was great. But, like, after the split with Sony and Marvel, I think Sony's just gonna mess it up.
Yeah, I agree. I think sadly it's gonna go downhill, because I like Far From Home really was really fantastic. And then you had like those end credit scenes that just meant a lot, you know what I mean? Like J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah.
I saw you get pumped up in the theater.
Oh my. I was so excited because he plays such a good J. Jonah Jameson. I forget the actor's name. J.K. I'm gonna kick myself later because I love the actor.
No, I got you.
But he plays a perfect J. Jonah Jameson.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna fit the role for him perfectly, and it makes me more excited for the new Spider-Man movie. I just hope it doesn't get screwed up because of this whole entire.
Well, I'm hoping that if next year, if something does happen, that Marvel gets its head out of its ass and saying, "Want to know something? Sorry, yeah, we make a lot of money and profit off of the stuff that we sell, not just the movies. Want to know something? We will just take 10%, and you guys get the rest."
Okay.
Because that's what they were going on for the first like 2 and the Marvel and the Avengers and Captain America cameos. Like they just said, okay, we'll take 10% and Sony you get. But Disney got greedy. They got extremely greedy.
Yeah.
And because of that, we don't have Spider-Man in the MCU anymore.
I know, and it's disappointing. I hope in the future we could have him back in the MCU.
Yeah.
I think that would be great. I think it's definitely best for business because everyone was pissed off and disappointed with that.
And it came out of nowhere too.
I know, like they were literally grooming him in Far From Home to take Iron Man's place. Like, what the fuck's gonna happen now?
Well, not much. Like, they have to rewrite their whole story plot now because they left us on a goddamn cliffhanger with, oh, well, Peter Parker is Spider-Man. He killed this guy and left us on a huge cliffhanger.
Yeah.
You don't do that. Like, you give the fans what they want and they will give you their money. That's what...
Exactly.
Like, and I find that so irritating. Like, they just don't understand the fans. They just want to do whatever gives them money.
No, I got you. So, in your opinion, what was the most devastating death? Not just in the MCU, like Avengers films, but I mean in like all the superhero movies and stuff like that. So you can include like Hugh Jackman dying as Wolverine.
Logan. The ending of Logan was the saddest. That was the saddest for me. Like, yeah, Robert Downey Jr. dying, Iron Man dying, yeah, that's sad. But
I knew you were going to choose one of the two.
Wolverine was the saddest for me because he died for something like was his flesh and blood. You can see like the movie that the world that the world around Hugh Jackman or Wolverine was around at that time didn't like his people, didn't like mutants. They wanted them dead, or they were genetically modifying them to become soldiers again.
No, I got you.
And just seeing that, like, yeah, it's sad that he died, but it's also sad where the daughter or Wolverine's daughter is going to grow up in with nobody teaching her. Like, yeah, there's gonna be nice people in
it's
Canada.
Depressing.
But,
I agree 100%. I think it was one of the most depressing deaths. I think it was, in my opinion, it's a hard choice, man.
Well,
I think I gotta go. I put that as number 2, to be honest. I personally believe, mostly because of the ending of the whole thing, where he said in the video, "I love you 3,000," and his daughter's on the couch watching the video, and just knowing all of that.
Yeah.
I put Iron Man's death as number 1, and I always loved Hugh Jackman because Hugh Jackman's Wolverine character was always my favorite superhero role, and then Iron Man, Robert Downey Jr. was always my second. But that was, both deaths were really, really just depressing, man.
Yeah.
Like, I wanted to tear up and cry. I'm about to cry right now.
I see a little tear coming down. Is that? Are you okay? Do we need to stop the recording?
No.
You want me to get you a bottle of water?
One death that apparently nobody gave 2 shits for was Black Widow, considering she didn't even get a funeral.
Well, I teared up a little bit the third time watching.
I didn't. I jumped up going, yes!
Black Widow was a good character. What are you talking about?
I only liked her because she was hot.
You make me sick.
I mean, she was hot, though.
Well, yeah,
Keyword was, because she's dead now.
Well, yeah, but but I look at the whole story. You're just looking at, like, one part. Like,
no, I think she was badass. Like, once I saw Avengers 1, where she was kicking the shit out of all those guys, I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
She's badass.
But here's the thing. Like, look at the backstory of her. Like, we're going to see that in Black Widow, the movie, a little bit more.
I know.
But she was in an orphanage, and like, she was trained to be an assassin and was treated nothing but that.
No, I got
like,
you.
Her death was her sacrificing something for something she loved.
Yeah.
Unlike Thanos, where he just killed the thing that he loved. I'm using quotation marks right here. That he loved because he wanted to get his way. Where she's doing it because she loves the people who are gone now, and she'll do anything for anybody, including like Hawkeye. Like, he had his family taken from him.
I know. That was sad.
That opening.
I was like, oh man, that's brutal. And
like
I saw that coming too. Once it showed his family, I saw that coming.
Like, that is harsh. Like, oh, hey, honey, and then you just see the ash blowing in the background. Like, that is the harshest thing that you could start a movie with. That's even as bad as watching, like, Bambi crying for his mother after she got shot.
I laughed at that too.
You sick, demented person.
I can't help it. I'm sorry.
But no. Actually, let's move over to DC side again. Let's stop getting on the Marvel train for a little bit, because
I'm sorry. Can't help it. They're so much better.
I know, but I find that let's talk about TV shows for a sec.
Okay.
We know that the MCU's TV shows are no longer canon due to the guy who's playing Blade in the new Blade movies. Is basically gone.
Yeah.
Like, he was in I think what's the movie? It's a spinoff of Jessica Jones. Nick Cage, something Cage. See, that's how forgettable these TV shows are. Like, they are Nick Cage? Luke Cage. Thank you, photographer.
How do you forget Luke Cage?
He wasn't that memorable. That, like,
I was waiting for him to answer.
You didn't remember either, did you?
No, I did.
Okay.
I had it in my head. I was like, this kid.
But there was a possibility, like, with the DC TV shows, those could be canon still. Like, they were pushing about that in the DCEU, and we could see, like, a crossover to end all crossovers with people like old Batman and old Superman meeting with Robert Pattinson, and people from the TV show going in there like that. But I find that let's get off, like, the crossover thing. The DC TV shows are a lot better.
Okay. Like, I agree. I agree 100%. I think because the CW shows like Arrow, Flash, I think until the last season, because the last seasons, let's just agree. I think you agree, they were pretty bad.
Yeah.
But I think before the last season, I think Arrow, Flash, and I guess a little bit of Supergirl. I think all of them were a lot better than almost all of the Marvel shows, Netflix shows, except for one.
Well, have you seen Teen Titans yet?
No, I haven't. I want to watch it though.
The first season was slow.
It was?
It's just like Daredevil, but near the end, it starts getting more and more exciting. Season 2 is going to be coming out soon, and I'm excited because they left you on a cliffhanger that Robin was being mind controlled and seeing that Batman was murdering people, and like it was getting exciting. But I think that Doom Patrol got canceled. That was sad. It was funny, but that got canceled quickly. But I find even though through the cancellations, the DC TV shows are a lot better, and that's including the animated series.
I agree, but like I said, but there is one of the Marvel shows that I think is fantastic, and I know you agree with me. I think Jessica Jones beats them.
Yeah,
I think that's the only one that beats the DC shows.
Yeah, like that's a good show. Like I loved it. Like it's not like a greatest superpower ever.
Yeah,
but
it was entertaining. It was a good show.
Yeah, it was dark. It was entertaining. Like it was. I find like it's better than season 1 of Daredevil.
Yeah.
But the Punisher, I think, is a good close up to that too.
I actually haven't watched Punisher yet.
Punisher's a good movie. There's been a movie and a show made, but the show is really good.
Okay.
Like I like the show.
It's on Netflix also, right? I gotta check it out.
Yeah. But another thing is the DC cartoons, the animated series.
Oh yeah, they blow Marvel out.
Yeah.
Other than the original SpiderMan show, in my opinion at least. DC
Justice League, Batman animated series.
Yeah.
What else is there? Teen Titans, the original.
Oh yeah, the original Teen Titans was great.
God, and a lot I was talking to my grandmother about this when I was younger, saying, "Oh, this new Teen Titan Go show sucks," and she says, "Why?" And I said, "The original was so much better." Oh, it's probably the same thing. You just don't remember.
No,
it's so much better.
It's so different. They make the Teen Titans look like idiots in Teen Titans Go, to be honest with you. But, however, did you watch Teen Titans Go to movies?
I actually like that, surprisingly.
Me too. Surprisingly, me too. But here's the thing. When I saw the end credit scene, that made me flip out. You saw it, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
There's a possibility of bringing back the OG
the original Teen Titans.
Like, I'm excited for that.
I was like, oh, shit. My sister hates Teen Titans Go also, but she loved the originals, and she liked the Teen Titans Go to movies.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they did a good job with it, to be honest. And I didn't think it was gonna be good because, I watched it for $5. I was not about to pay $15 to watch that.
Well, yeah. But no, I saw it for free. You know me, I own a food truck. There's sometimes these events where you go into a park, they play a movie for you, and one of the movies one night was Teen Titans Go.
Yeah.
And it was busy at the beginning, then it slowed down when the movie started, and I got to watch it. I would have paid money for that.
Okay.
That was the thing, Teen Titans Go, I would have paid money for that.
It's nothing I would pay to watch a Sinopolis.
Oh, hell no. If you guys don't know what that is, Sinopolis is a movie chain where you pay an extraordinary luxury price to go to this movie theater, and it's so nice. You get these comfortable chairs, you push a button,
you get really good food. Like a waiter comes up when you press the button.
By the way, we're not sponsored. We're just saying we're gushing over Sinopolis. If there's one close to you guys, take your girl out, do that on an anniversary thing if you both like movies.
That's a great place to go on a date.
Yeah, if you're going on a date, or in a very good premiere.
See, me and Chris went on a date together there.
No, God, no. We went as friends, and we went seeing the extra footage, and we paid to go see it in the poor people section.
Yeah, there's two sides in Sinopolis. There's the cheap side for $12 a ticket. That's where you go with friends and stuff, hang out. There's no button and there's no fully reclining chairs.
Yeah.
And then you got the date side where the seats are closer together and there's separation between every two seats and there's fully reclining chairs where you could lay down, press a button, waiter comes and takes your order, everything.
Yeah.
So
that's a great place.
It's a great place to go, especially on a date. But switching shifts a little bit, your prediction on who the next big bad for the DCEU is going to be.
Oh, the DCEU? They said it in the, this is what but not Dan Schneider, but you know who I'm talking about. The guy who was directing all these movies before.
Yeah.
He said he was going to have Darkseid, and I think that'd be a great beginning villain for the DCU.
Ooh, that would be a good one. I agree with that.
Like, I find that'd be a great, like, starting, like, big bad, even though, like, he's possibly the ultimate big bad.
Yeah.
But I find that'd be a great, like, big bad guy. Well, let's see this. Who do you think would be the next big bad for the MCU?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of good choices. I mean, I could say, like, they don't put Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four movie, and they make him really all-powerful with Doom bots, make him a big bad.
Or they...
I could say they do Galactus, which that's what I'm leaning towards.
Yeah.
I think it could be Galactus. I think it'd make more sense, but I think that's going to be in, like, 10 years from now, like, way past Secret Wars, because Secret Wars is coming out in a few years. The question is, like, they could also use, like, Magneto, but the question is, who are they going to be the bad guys in Secret Wars? Because I don't know if I see Galactus being here already within, like, 4 years.
True. Actually, can I say something that I just thought about?
Yeah.
This is not going to be a popular opinion.
Lord.
Nobody's going to like. But I find that the MCU is going to crumble in the next possibly 10 years. Now, I know that's not popular, and I know a lot of people won't like me saying this.
Come over here. I want to slap you in the fucking face.
But I'm saying this because, like, yeah, it's a great series right now, and where they look like they're going, it's going to go great. But if you're going to have, like, Star Wars, let's look at this real quickly. Star Wars is a big multi-movie, like, series, but they portion it out.
Yeah.
Like, then we had the original trilogy in the 80s. Then we had the prequels, which was in the early 2000s. Now we have it in, like, the 2010s, late 2010s to early 2020s.
Yeah.
It's not going to die because of the fan base, but I find that the Marvel fan base will die one day for the movies, because there is going to be an oversaturation of superhero films.
I get that. I mean, I get what you're saying. I could see it happening, but if it does happen, I feel like if it does crumble, I feel like the last movie they should end on would be Galactus.
Yeah.
Because I think that makes the most sense, you know what I mean? And I think it would make sense for 10 years, 12 years, because that's probably how long it's going to take to build such a big movie with so many heroes, because you know it's going to be an overflow of heroes if it's Galactus.
And I think if it's going to be at that point, it's going to be that how Endgame was for this generation is going to be the new Star Wars for the next generation. By what I mean from that, they're going to take almost all the... Robert Downey Jr. probably wouldn't be doing this, but I find that Chris Evans, Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, everybody who's here now who eventually will leave.
So you just ironically named everyone with your name.
Yeah. But everybody who's here now who won't be here in the next 10 years, because that's guaranteed, they're going to be in the possibly last Marvel movie ever made.
I like that. Bring back everybody for that one movie.
Yeah. Like all the people that people like for the next generation will be going like, oh yeah, wait, who's that? Oh wait, is that the original guys? And
yeah,
like I think that'd be something, like, if they're ever gonna end it, that's how they should.
Yeah, no, I got you. I agree 100%.
We grew up with this stuff, like, that's...
I know, it's crazy. All these years later, man. I mean, I grew up on the main guys. I grew up on SpiderMan and Batman. You know what I mean?
Actually, last final news that I kind of really want to talk about. Well, two things actually. Is first thing I want to talk about Robert Pattinson as the new Batman and the new Joker movie that's coming out soon. So how do you think Robert Pattinson's going to do?
Hopefully not terrible. I don't think he fits the role nearly as much as the original Batman from The Dark Knight, of course, because they should have just kept him if they could have. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. I'm not 100% certain.
Well, let's see this. Like, a lot of people were saying the same thing about Heath Ledger being the Joker. Oh my God, that's a terrible pick. Again, we have to wait and see. Yeah. I'm hoping for the best. I've seen him act in serious roles, and I find that Batman is one of those roles that you kind of need to be serious for.
Yeah, of course. He's not much of a comedy role.
No, but I find that I think he'll do a good job. I think he will be decent where it counts. You know what I mean?
Okay, I could respect that. I certainly hope so. Because they really need some changes here with the DCU. MCU, man. They got to make it a lot better.
And yeah, but one last thing, the Joker movie that's coming now in October, hopefully we're going to see it together.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, like if we do see it together, it's going to be on this podcast. We're going to talk about it for a little bit and then talk about whatever subject we're talking about that week.
I think it's going to be good. Well, but you never know with them.
Yeah.
I really hope they don't screw it up.
Well, no. If you looked at the reviews that's been coming out, it's been praised beyond belief.
Okay.
It's going to have the origin story of Batman in it, because if you look at the trailer, you can see Martha, Thomas, and Bruce Wayne coming out of a theater, and we know how Batman's parents die.
Yeah.
They go out of the theater, and Martha and Thomas get shot. But I find that Joaquin Phoenix is going to be a great Joker, but I don't think it's going to be all, like, real.
No, I got you.
I think it's gonna, because he is being built up as a mental patient almost. But we'll see how that goes.
I mean, also, I would like to talk about, before we actually end this, I would like to talk about some new of films that we never got to discuss that are coming out for the MCU.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Moon Knight finally entering the MCU, which is wonderful. Blade, we already talked about before. Everyone knows Blade's coming. He's coming first, I think, for the new hero wise. I think so, for new hero wise.
Yeah.
They're finally making a whole show on Loki, which I find interesting, because he disappeared.
Never truly dies.
He never really dies. They're making a new film for Fantastic Four. Hopefully you don't fuck it up this time.
Yeah, we need a good Fantastic Four movie.
Come on, please, we're begging you.
Jesus.
Make a good one.
That's the only thing that the MCU should do right, for God's sakes. Just make a good freaking Fantastic Four movie.
They're all trash.
Oh my God.
And the originals were trash, but they're not even as bad as the newest one.
Yeah. Fan Four Stick sucked.
That was terrible, man. Like, even the way they got their power. They defeated Dr. Doom in like 5 minutes, for Pete's sake. Like, make a powerful fucking Dr. Doom.
Yeah, stop making Dr. Doom look like a throwaway villain. No, this guy's a badass. He has a piece of the cross in his suit.
Exactly.
He literally is one of the most badass villains, but they treat him as a side character.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's why I said before, I would not mind if they made him an Avengers big bad guy, because they could make him all powerful, man.
I know. And make Doom Island, I forgot the name of the island, but make the island having all the mutants go there and having all this and that. And like, the guy's a badass.
I know.
He knows that vampires exist. He has a piece of the cross, Jesus' cross, in his suit. He has multiple things where he is secure, and he's one of the most badass villains ever.
Exactly. And they keep making him look like a joke.
Yeah, like what the heck?
It's time to really do Fantastic Four and Dr. Doom right. Yeah, exactly.
They deserve it.
Like, they really do. They don't deserve to look like jokes. And then you got also coming out X-Men. All the other X-Men's were, well, it depends. Some of them were great, and then some of them were It's time. I hope they make them better than ever before, though.
They came at a time where superhero movies sucked, because we had Batman and Robin, Batman Returns, and stuff like that. The original, like, Batman movies.
Yeah.
Those, like, besides 1 and 2, the third and fourth one sucked. They were awful. And they needed something like that to push, like, superhero movies to the mainstream, and X-Men did that. But then Last Stand came out, and that sucked. Then Days of Future Past wasn't bad.
I enjoyed Days of Future Past.
First Class was good.
First Class was good. I enjoyed Apocalypse
was okay.
It was decent. It was like, I really liked the original X-Men series, part 1. I thought they did a fantastic job with that. Then I thought part 2 and part 3, part 2 was okay, and then part 3 I thought was pretty bad. But then Hugh Jackman started becoming an actual writer for the films also. He brought them back, and that's when they started getting even better.
True.
You know what I mean? So I think they could make it really good, but I feel like it won't feel the same because all the new actors. I feel like whoever they set to play the new Wolverine, it won't be as good, because we're used to Hugh Jackman now, and he played such a great Wolverine,
Good photo op right there.
Thank you.
But yeah, I feel that's basically all we had to talk about today.
Yep. Credit for photography goes to our good friend Blake. Blake. Come say a few words, Blake.
Yeah,
Come over
say,
here,
say
come
something.
over here,
Say
come
something.
over here,
Go
come
to
over here.
either Mike. Go to the person who's your favorite.
Yeah, me.
What should I say?
Say hi.
Hi guys, what's up? It's your girl, Blake.
All right, so who you think's gonna be the next big bad?
In what, the DC or the MCU?
Either one.
MCU, because DC's trash.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure. Like, I don't know. I'm just hoping that these next movies are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Because they kind of finished their whole storyline, so
True.
I want to see what the next chapter is.
We'll accept that.
All right.
Okay.
I'm new at this.
I know.
So make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and if you want to hear more of me, make sure you comment that too.
Yeah.
Because I'll probably be here a lot more.
Yeah. All right.
All right. That's all we had for you today. This was RTM Productions.
That's stupid.